tonight, ain't drunk. Can you?
You're listening to the Doug Stanhope Podcast.
You want to start with the tape?
Hello, no one is available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone.
Have your cell phone up in your butthole at all times. Can you pick up the phone when I call? I only call when it's an emergency. I have done everything you've said. Everything you asked me to say, I did. I trust you and I trust Doug. Here's the deal. Ben Scott, that motherfucker from Australia, is posting video from Panama on YouTube. And Doug and you and Chaille and everyone said, don't bring a video camera to Panama. And now he's posting shit without asking me. You know, it's edited wrong. The beginning and the end starts off fucked up. I mean, come on. This is bullshit. You can't post video from Panama unless we all agree or, you know, unless somebody calls me and you know, we look at a video or something. This is bullshit. I called Doug. He's not answering the phone. I sent you an email. I sent him a Twitter. I mean, you know, I messaged Ben Scott. He's not getting back to me. This is wrong, you know, because, I mean, I know all kinds of shit about you and Doug. I can post really, honestly, I've never badmouthed you on the fucking internet. I've never said negative shit about you on Twitter or Doug. I mean, this is bullshit. I'll drive out to Bisbee tomorrow. I'll do another goddamn podcast, you motherfucker. Oh, my God, you midget, alien, motherfucking, goddamn, toothless, fucking, elf, midget piece of shit. Call me back, or fucking Doug, call me back, or something. He's an alien. You're both aliens. You're both in the goddamn CIA. Fucking call me back.
And James Inman wasn't lying. He will come to Bisbee to do a podcast again. Welcome, James Inman, everyone.
Hey. Welcome, James.
No.
That was just one of several voicemails. That was to Brian Hennigan. He's the midget, toothless elf. I believe he does have teeth and stuff.
Yeah,
but,
that was mean. Look, I was drunk, all right?
It wasn't mean if he has teeth.
I don't drink every day like you do. I just happened to be drunk and I snapped, all right? That's my defense.
You have a similar problem to me where you don't appear any different when you're drunk. That didn't sound drunk. That just sounded like Inman.
That sounded normal.
That could have been fucking 8:30 in the morning
Well,
on your way to work with your work shoes.
It's a character that I play only around you, all right? I'm actually a nice person in real life.
Yeah, but don't do that on the podcast. All right, so let's back up. I guess like the 12 years to where this started. This was when Bingo and I were on a train trip. I had my cell phone off, didn't have my laptop, avoiding everything. 10 days on the train. Yeah. But I would turn on my cell phone just to make sure if it was an emergency, Chaille would call me. But I got messages from you. Call me! It's a fucking emergency! They're putting up videos from 12 years ago.
Right, but the video sucked.
Okay, for the listener, we've brought up those old Death Valley parties a million times. So there was a clip Ben Scott, our friend who now lives in Australia, put up that you were going fucking, it's an emergency. There's something on YouTube.
Yeah, right. Because everyone was.
What was the
video? Do you want the full story? Because
yes.
I got into an argument about Roseanne Barr on Facebook. Everybody was calling me a racist just because I defended Roseanne Barr. I was defending free speech. All right. That doesn't even make me alt-right. All right. So right around the same time this happened, when everyone was ganging up on me, then Ben Scott posts this video. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, it's endless. I can't get away from this.
Tell us what the video was.
it was like we were sitting around and like joking, what's the most offensive joke you've ever told on stage? And so, we're all drunk but see, back then is different from now. You say the wrong thing now, you can lose everything. Just like Roseanne, just like Alex Jones, they're censoring everybody now.
You're going to take away your hat?
Well, right. So it's like this, this will go down on your permanent record. Remember when Twitter used to be fun where you just write shit and it just like...
Still is.
Right. But,
well, the way you explained it to me, because he did take that video down before I could ever see it. Again, I was on vacation for a long time.
Right.
And I'm not on Facebook, so I don't know what's going on. All I know is he posted a video.
Right.
Where there is a video when you go, there's a rule. No,
right. There is a
cameras.
video of me drinking piss.
Who posted that on YouTube?
That slipped through the cracks. It was a camera. That was when cameras first came on phones, and what's his name had the guy that used to work for MySpace.
Posted it on YouTube.
Posted it.
That was back before. I don't even know.
Hang on.
What?
But no, I mean,
after I saw it, I posted it.
Of course, you posted it. Let's
So
get the
what?
date on this. Greg,
No.
when was this posted?
Fuck you.
When was it posted? 2012. You posted it yourself.
What's your point?
Camera.
What's
on
the
two
point?
cameras.
Yeah, what is your point?
The point is someone who posted this wasn't even supposed to have a camera.
You were performing for cameras.
Right. This video is funny. The shit that fucking Australia dumb fuck posted wasn't funny. Forgot his name. Ben Scott.
Yeah. Ben posted, and you explained this to me finally when we had you coming out for the podcast. They cut out the opening part of everyone tell your most offensive joke, and they just cut to you telling an offensive joke that you thought was going to put you in the same racist brand as Roseanne Barr.
Right.
Now tell me the joke that you told on that clip.
The joke was, do you know, it's actually a misogynist joke. You ever guys, help me out, guys. You ever kill a girl just to get her attention? Do you ever notice whichever way you move her head, it always seems like she's looking away? That was the joke.
Which is not racist in the least.
No, but
unless she's black.
You can hear,
it's just,
but you can hear Emery in the background. Why should I try to explain what was going through my head that night when I was drunk and it was just chaos anyway? What does it matter? It was craziness.
Not something that's going to send pitchforks to the old James Inman
household. I don't know. I mean, you get in a philosophical argument about current events on Facebook, and next thing you know, people are calling you a racist, and then a video comes on. I've already been banned off of Facebook for 30 days.
What would you rather be, known as a piss drinker or a racist?
A piss drinker.
Okay, well, that's what you're known as.
Okay, so this is how it starts. I'm on vacation with the lovely wife in a nice sleeper car on Amtrak, avoiding my phone, and then I get these messages, and then later emails. I have a string of emails here, James. Allow me to put on my.
Why do you do that? That's the other thing that you do that I don't understand why you have to do that. When I send an email to you, I send an email to you. That email goes to you. Why do you think everyone else wants to hear it?
Well,
you always have forwarded my email like, look what James Inman wrote. It's like, why do you do that?
Well, you CC Brian Hennigan in a lot of these.
Right. If I did, that's when I wanted him to read that. So,
and to be fair, as part of the CIA, those are public information.
Oh, come on. Whatever.
It starts soft. I was getting these voicemails, basically the same. They're redundant, but this is the first one, July 23rd. I'm on a train. You had called me. I didn't answer. So you took that as a personal affront and then went over my head to my manager, Brian Hennigan, and said, "God damn, are you sleeping? What good are you? People are uploading video of Panama." That's at 16:01, which is, I guess, 4:01 military time. 23 minutes later,
23 minutes later.
Yeah, you email Brian Hennigan again and say, with the shit I know about Doug, I can bring down your entire empire. Test me, bitch. Call me back or call Ben Scott. He's uploading video of Panama. I seriously don't think you need to be fucking with me right now because I can fuck you big time. I'm not kidding. This is not a joke.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
We'll get to that at some point. Just
What, Doug? You've never done anything stupid when you're drunk?
No. It's pretty funny.
You've never said anything stupid?
I don't remember a lot of it, but when they tell me in the morning, I laugh.
Where's the trash?
Hey, can we get him to be on the mic, Doug?
Yeah, don't worry. I'm reading.
No, I mean he's not. I'm getting low levels on him.
This one you sent to Brian Hennigan and CC'd me and Chaille. I know you check your email all the time. Call Ben Scott. Tell him to take that video down. You don't ever want to fuck with the village idiot. Okay, that was an hour and a half later to all three of us.
He finally gets on the mic and he spits all over him.
I'm a writer, all right? When I'm mad, I'm able to put my feelings into words. So I just say the most fucked up shit I could think of.
You do next. And this is where, again, I'm still on a 10-day train trip, oblivious to all the Facebook. And at some point, you wrote a diatribe that you emailed to me and then posted publicly on Facebook. Why would you forward my email?
Right, exactly. That's why I did do that, right? Because after I wrote that email, I was like, fuck him. He forwards my emails to everybody. I'm going to take this and put it on my webpage.
Okay,
and the backs. But
Chad, who started the GoFundMe? I caught up with all of this so late, but someone started a GoFundMe page because they thought your Facebook rant.
I'll look it up and tell you. But a guy on Facebook, because my end of it, I didn't know any of this stuff. Was that James said he unfriended everybody. People started tagging me and things saying, "Oh, James unfriended everybody on Facebook because he's upset with everyone."
When that happened, everyone was like, "What's going on?" And then they read the thing. Yeah,
they read the thing.
But I'll tell you why I did that too. Also, but go ahead.
Yeah. Well, then I was on Facebook. People were tagging me on it because apparently I got unfriended, or otherwise I wouldn't have known. And then at some point, when the rant was posted in the comment section of somebody said we should set up a GoFundMe for Chad Shank to read James Inman's rant.
Like an audiobook.
Right.
And somebody set it up.
Somebody set it up.
And you made over $1,000.
Right. And that's when I woke up the next morning and I said, Chad Shank is making $1,000 for reading what.
Don't get ahead of yourself.
This is the funny part.
After this, you can tell us what happened the next morning. But first, Chad, and you can,
So this was the rant.
This.
Well, all right. I don't know. I guess I could read it two different ways. I did get paid a lot of money to read it, and it's pretty short. But I can read it and try to give Inman the authority that he probably wanted it to have. Dear Doug Stanhope, I'm tired of being your friend, and I'm tired of your fucking husband. Okay, hold on. So that, or I could try to read it the way that the rest of us hear it. Why don't you let me
read it? I'll read the goddamn thing.
Well, he got paid to read it, so we have to.
Right, you're right. Do your job.
Dear Doug Stanhope.
No, fuck it. Bullshit.
I'm tired of being your friend. No, I'm tired of your fucking friends and fans.
No.
I hate the fact that Brian can't pick up the goddamn phone when I call. So, it's up to you guys.
Guys,
if you
fuck you. No,
that is bullshit. Or the way that I hear it whenever I read it.
No, that is bullshit.
You gotta hear,
because you can't just read.
Just read it. However, the listener can hear
just
all
read
the detail.
It like a normal human. Dude, I can't say
it's the content that the people need to hear.
Dear Doug Stanhope, I'm tired of being your friend, and I'm tired of your fucking friends and fans. I hate the fact that Brian can't pick up the goddamn phone when I call or when there's a fucking emergency. I don't care anymore. I'm tired of you making fun of me and all your friends making fun of me. I fucking hate you and Brian and Chaille, or however you spell his fucked up name. I can't think of one friend of yours outside of Andy or Mishka that I can spend more than 2 seconds around without wanting to rip my ears off and scratch my eyes out. Oh my God, they're all so fucking stupid. They don't read, they don't think. Their hearts are filled with hate, and every fucking word out of their mouth and your mouth is just mocking bullshit to me. I seriously don't know why I loved you and supported you for so long. I was talking to Brenda the other day and I said, what does it matter that I'm friends with Doug? I've supported him, I've loved him, and I laughed when he made fun of me. What have I got out of this relationship? Nothing. Seriously, it hasn't helped my career at all. I don't have any more money or success now than before I met him. I was actually doing pretty well on my own before I met you. All the crap that went down with the Unbookables was total bullshit. You not only didn't help us at all, but you actively took steps to fuck shit up. You didn't tweet one goddamn thing about the movie when we got on Comedy Dynamics. I fucking bawled my eyes out. Hold on, I need a drink.
Now you're just surrounded by self-absorbed cunts just like you. Mishka's an idiot cunt. I never liked Chaille, never liked Brian. What good are you? As a friend, who gives a fuck? We're all gonna die anyway, like Sean and Randy. I was just giving you time to drink.
What? You skipped the part, though.
Oh, there's a small differences between what he emailed me and Chaille.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, because I corrected the spelling and grammar.
I fucking bawled my eyes out over that, you cunt. Now you have fucking literal racists that love your act. I told you years ago libertarianism was bullshit. Now you're just surrounded by self-absorbed cunts just like you. Mishka is an idiot cunt. I've never liked Chaille, never liked Brian. What good are you? As a friend, who gives a fuck? We're all gonna die anyway, just like Sean and Randy. I've had to be friends with your friends and act like I liked them when you couldn't even be nice to my friend Jeff. One of the coolest, smartest guys I've ever met in my life. And you couldn't be cool with them. Fuck you. Goddamn, I'm just thinking of all the douchebags that I've had to deal with around you. Just total turds. But oh goddamn, God forbid a guy wants to make a documentary about the Unbookables, a group you created, a group you started, and you couldn't just be nice to him. He was smart enough to say, fuck Doug, we can do this on our own. But you had to fuck shit up. All the people who love you the most, you treat like shit. When someone drew a goddamn swastika on my forehead, you just laughed and didn't give a fuck when I was crying. Sorry, I was just picturing Inman crying with a swastika on his forehead. Didn't say one fucking thing to the loser cunts who did it to me, who weren't even comics. They were just more of your stupid cunt fans.
And this is where we're going to delete a name. Like, this is we're going to delete it because this is really fucking rude. So go ahead.
Seriously.
That lady.
Yeah, well, I wasn't even going to say it. I figured to just go there. Seriously. You're friends with that fat whore? Goddamn. She's got to be the biggest goddamn cunt idiot I've ever met in my life.
Oh.
Not one fucking word out of her mouth to me was ever nice. And you took her side over mine? Just because of a stupid prank? I thought you were the brilliant prankster. I thought, oh shit, Doug's gonna do something funny to get her back. Oh god no, you just laughed at me and made me look like the dick. I fucking hated you for that. That is why I never went back to any of your parties. Then I have to ride back with your fucking idiot friend Becker and his stupid wife, who also made me feel like a dick. You always made me feel like a loser because I never had money or I needed a ride to your shit parties with your shit friends. It's amazing I even showed up. I'm sorry, but I just can't get over that time you didn't have my back when they drew the swastika on my forehead. I can't forgive you for never at least trying to be nice to Jeff, my best friend. like I was nice to your friends. I can't wrap my brain around how you've never even tweeted about the Unbookables. I fucking cried my eyes out over that, you cunt. God damn, I hate you. And you are not my friend anymore. Fuck you and fuck all your friends.
1175.
Rebuttal, James.
What? Yeah, I mean, that girl that you deleted her name. I mean, yeah, that's cool. You deleted her name, but yeah, I was always nice to her. And she was never just after that movie came out, she hated my guts.
That's the part you picked to defend?
That's not the part.
The first thing.
What?
I mean, there's a lot of stuff in there to defend.
Well,
let
me.
Hey, Doug, I've really got to get him to be on the mic. He's just too far away from it. Yeah, just pull it. You can pull it towards you.
That was just one thing, I mean, there's a lot of things in there. It's just like that was the first thing off the top of my head.
I can go beat by beat. I was talking to Brenda the other day, and I said, what does it matter? I'm friends with Doug. I supported him. What did I get out of this relationship? Nothing. Seriously, it hasn't helped my career at all. Is that what you look for out of our friendship? I thought we were
my deal
closer.
I mean, why can't you just, when you're mad and you want to write something, you just, why do you have to take it literally? It's like these are all my feelings if I can find a way to put them into words, but there's no words, so I'm just going to say this. I mean, it's not like it's mathematics. Where you can know what exactly this is what James meant. It's just fucking. Ugh.
Well, I mean, there's undertones,
right?
Here, technically, just because of this, because of being friends with Doug, I made a lot of money.
Actually, I was just thinking in terms of what if I never met Doug and I just kept doing clean comedy and it wasn't an Unbookable. I would still be on the road doing comedy, and I don't care if it's hacky or whatever. I'd be happy,
James, when we met in the 90s, you were doing anything but clean comedy. We'd feed you shots of Jägermeister and watch you lay on your back and stomp your feet, screaming at everyone on stage.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't start doing clean comedy till after 9/11 when you get scared. We've been over this on previous podcasts.
I mean, when you say scare, of course nobody's going to talk about 9/11 on stage, but I mean, I don't know. I was just imagining what my life would be like if I did just regular stand-up comedy and wasn't an Unbookable, because it was a huge risk that I took to do this film, because it's all of a sudden, okay, you're an Unbookable. That means you can't get work at Funny Bone or Squiggly Comics, Mike and Stool,
Just to keep everyone listening up to speed, your best friend that you refer to, Jeff, was the director of the Unbookables.
Right. Okay. And so you said to me, you kind of warned me, are you sure you want to be known as an Unbookable comic? I mean, this might fuck up your career to where you can't get any work,
No, I think that was Brendan Walsh I said that to.
All right.
And I didn't say it like that at all. But he was the bookable one of the Unbookables. You already had a hard time getting booked. All the Unbookables were called Unbookables for different reasons. Erickson, very bookable, but he couldn't really take work because he had to keep a day job. He had kids and a divorce and a shared custody. Travis Lipsky was a fucking loose cannon.
Right.
Andy Andrist, obviously Unbookable forever.
But it was a risk,
But you keep, and you this has been a mainstay throughout our relationship since the Unbookables, which came out, was that 2007 or 8?
What's your point?
My point is, you keep talking to me about not promoting the Unbookables, which my name is attached to. Somehow.
Right. Are we talking about when? Yeah.
It's been 10 years.
No, the movie technically does not come out until it gets a distributor. Nobody knows what the fuck it is. It's just some independent film. Ask any filmmaker.
Is Amazon not a distributor?
Yes, that was our first distributor that you didn't give a fuck about when we got that.
You're eating peanuts that Amazon brought us. They distribute everything.
They're not real
Amazon.
peanuts, Doug. They're not real peanuts.
I was proud of that, but I was not as proud when we got Comedy Dynamics. I was proud of that. The first distributor was kind of like bullshit. Kevin Booth helped us out with that.
Oh, he helped me out with a DVD.
Right. Kevin Booth helped us get that distributor, right? And then me and my manager from New York, Roger Paul, he was friends with the vice president of Comedy Dynamics. And that's how we got on Comedy Dynamics, all right?
It does.
But regardless, Brian Hennigan could have made one fucking phone call and got us a distributor. But I had to do all the work, all right? I had to do all the work, and to get us a real distributor, to make that a real movie.
Wait, you just named a lot of people that aren't you that talk to Comedy Dynamics. Do you remember who talked to them at the only premiere?
You talked to him after I got the
to.
contract. I already got the contract. I seriously got the contract. I mean, from Comedy Dynamics.
That night, because
before I told you I got the contract before I told you about Comedy Dynamics. Well, I mean, because basically it was a matter of, you know the vice president of Comedy Dynamics, Roger Paul? Yes. Can you talk to him, give him this link, and I'll build a website and he'll watch the film. The guy watches the film, sends me the contract. I send it to Jeff, and then I call you to brag about it. We got the contract before you ever knew about it.
I remember this differently, but this is not the point. The point is this 10-year-old movie, which I did look up, hit movies from 2008 last night. I Google searched Wall-E.
That's a good one. Wall-E is
Mamma
good.
Mia. Mamma Mia came out in 2008.
You're trying to wind me up because,
You know who doesn't promote those movies anymore? The stars of those movies. Because
nobody else is promoting it. Why not? Why can't? I mean, you promote your shit. I mean, you've got a merch page. Got stuff
you guys should get no refunds. It just came out 11 years ago. No, I don't do that. I did some in the
This is the only thing I got, and you want to mock that. I'm like, this is why I don't have, this is why, my brain can't work. This is why I don't give a flying fuck that I wrote that. Because you have everything, and I'm mocking someone powerful, and I have nothing, and yet you still mock me. I have one movie, and you fucking make fun of it. All right? You got all kinds of shit, and you have all this power.
I wrote it. That's what I did for the last 10 years since no refunds. I wrote new shit.
That's not what I'm talking about. This movie is a project that I helped. This movie is like the Greyhound Diary. This is another thing that I'm in. This is a project thing, which you are a producer of.
I don't know how that happened, but I know one named Brian Hennigan.
Right.
Yeah, when you were gonna use the name UnBookables, he came in. Well, we can't let him do that because we own that title, the UnBookables. So then I became an.
That's
producer.
not how it happened.
Well, Brian's not here to defend himself. We'll
no,
save him
what
for
are
another.
you talking about? The only people see this is a he said, she said.
That's all I remember is you
girl
calling
in
me.
this.
Are you the she?
All right. There's a video online where I explain it. You must have been drunk the whole
I
time.
can't wait to see that.
I was too busy watching piss videos.
I'm going in different places, but the rule is once you're on a roll, shut the.
You must have been drunk. You must have been drunk the entire time this happened because I remember it differently. All right.
Oh, I was giving you that credit. Is that my memory is suspect?
Right.
What I
So
remember
trust me.
is you calling me to tell me that you had this guy that wanted to produce the thing and you were going to do it.
Right.
And I remember saying, do whatever the fuck you want because I was busy doing other shit. Yeah, sure, do whatever you want. I can't do it. I can't be there. That's what I remember. And
Well,
then
yeah.
I remember Brian wanting to protect the name. So he
Do you remember
put his
signing the
claws-
contract? I mean, you were there. When
No.
people give you a
I
contract,
just sign anything you put in front of me, James.
Somebody gives you a contract. Okay, all right. So
If you put a will that you had made out for my estate to go to you and go, hey, my friend from Kansas City wants your autograph. Will you just sign this? I would sign it without looking.
That's the fucking lamest fucking argument I've ever heard in my life. We need to get my friend
It's
Jason
not an
Lindstrom.
argument.
No, first of all, what you just said as a fucking argument. All right.
It's not an argument. I'm saying,
All right.
you're right. I'm sure I signed a contract.
Right. My friend, Jason Lindstrom, who lives in Bisbee, that I befriended because of you. All right. That's another reason you have
Is he one of the friends that you hate?
Shut up.
Or not hate?
And yeah, if he was
you
here,
hate me and all my friends.
If he was here, I would bring
including-
him in and go, that's the lamest fucking argument I've ever heard in my life. And he's an expert.
James, it's not an argument.
Okay.
I'm saying, of course, I probably signed a contract. I don't know what it said.
Oh,
I'd have a manager. If I signed something.
Okay, so
Point
once
being,
you
I was
said-
not personally
right.
invested.
But we kind
in it.
of knew that you weren't personally invested, right? So I'm on the phone with Norm Wilkerson, and we're all like, well, it sounds like he wants to do the film. He didn't say no. And Norm goes, yeah, and it sounds like he doesn't want to help us. So what should we do, Norm? Let's just make it ourselves and just fuck it. We'll just make
Norm
this
Wilkerson.
goddamn movie. And you never stopped us. You never said, hey, stop filming that film.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't care. I didn't expect it would ever be
What if
still an issue
Yeah,
10 years later. I thought you'd just...
Still an issue 10 years later. The film is a fucking cult classic for comedy.
This is where we're going.
Did you like the film?
Wait.
I loved it.
Hang on.
She's a lawyer and she's smart.
Please hold. Well, it's different now that Sean Rouse is dead, and Sean Rouse is now her favorite comic because of the Unbookables, and that's a great thing.
All right.
You're giving me the 30-minute mark.
I'm just letting you know we're at 30.
Oh, yeah, this is going to go forever. We have no advertising on this one.
we do.
This is the part
I
where you...
asked you what ad copy. You go, we don't have
I
advertising.
said we're not recording it today.
Oh.
We just need to take the
All
break.
right.
Just relax.
I don't want to
Yeah.
take
Fuck.
a break.
Yeah, this is where you wind me
You
up.
don't have to take a break. I'm
Yeah,
just telling you 30
don't
minutes.
Take a break right now.
Let him go.
Yes. The point I wanted to make about the Unbookables, whatever it is, you've tortured me forever for not promoting this.
Just a tweet is all I asked. If you would have done that, I would have shut up.
Okay.
It's,
Do you know how many people will see a tweet?
I don't care. It's just what's a trophy?
Wait,
a trophy is stupid. It's just this little thing. And
Wait,
you have
James, stay with
Yeah.
me. Do you know how many people listen to this podcast?
No.
I believe this is at minimum your 7th time on this podcast promoting the Unbookables. And that's
I'm not here to promote it, Doug. I would
Tens
talk
of
about this
thousands
regardless of these fucking microphones over here. I would say the same exact shit. All right?
the point being, I have you on and you always promote your movie. And that's tens of thousands. If I put
It's not my movie. You're the producer of this movie,
the point being, I have you on the podcast as a guest, and then you promote what you have upcoming, which is always the same thing, the Unbookables.
Oh, don't start
And
it. No, that's not
tens
true.
of thousands and millions of
No,
downloads.
there was the one podcast in Las Vegas where I said, okay, I'm going to bring this up because it's one of those subjects that nobody talks about. You know, when you have this family and grandpa is fucking, you know, the daughter, nobody wants to talk about it. So that's why I brought it up, just because you're a racist.
Was that supposed to be a relatable analogy?
I'm joking. It's a joke.
Listen. To be fair,
just
to be
makes
fair,
sense.
James, Charles Manson had a better chance of being released than your movie did.
Oh, this is kind of funny.
I like the Unbookables.
All right, so I brought up the Unbookables on the
I
Las
have to
Vegas
make two
podcast.
quick points.
All right,
I'll try to
okay,
make them
all right,
quickly.
all right.
First of all, I've had you on this podcast. This is your 7th appearance at least, where we always talk about the Unbookables. At least give it a plug. And this is shitloads of listeners. If I tweeted right now, maybe 300 people would see that tweet and they disregard it. Second point is, yes, I did tweet about your movie after discussing it behind your back on a podcast where I go, hey, maybe when you did the re-release, I said,
Right.
maybe I'm just too close to the project. I want everyone to go on Amazon and watch this movie
Right.
and give me
That-
your honest opinion.
Right.
Which, that again, goes
Right.
out to fucking
Right.
tens and dozens of
I
thousands.
remember that. Right. And so it went
So I did tweet.
Right. So it went from that level of bullshit distributor on Amazon Prime to another cooler level of Comedy Dynamics. The fucking Comedy Dynamics started because they bought all of Bill Hicks's material, all his CDs, all his DVDs. They got your stuff on there, and they got Kennison stuff. And then the company exploded. The people that run Comedy Dynamics like edgy comedy. They like Hicks. They like you. They like Kennison. And they like this film, and I was proud of it. That's why when it happened, I was like, oh my God. I called you up. I was like, Doug, we just signed a contract with Comedy Dynamics. My movie is like a fucking real comedy movie now.
We have a peanut gallery, we'll say, have you heard of Comedy Dynamics? Show of hands. Not one. Have you heard of Amazon? Every single person. You went from Amazon to Comedy Dynamics. You should go to Uproar Records next. What's that one that used to sell
you want to
shit in
hear the
truck
story
stops?
about
The cassette tapes.
Yeah, you want to hear the stand-up record story? You want to hear that? I can't be on stand-up records. Yeah, you don't want to hear that.
No, I don't, because we'd go down the same road and it's off topic and a million comics would join in.
Yeah.
I just randomly pulled up reviews from the Unbookables from IMDb, and this one says, if you know these guys, this is exactly what you want or expect. However, if you aren't familiar with any of the cast or Doug Stanhope's podcast, do some homework first. Without being formally introduced to these characters, this might leave you baffled.
It's true.
But the main thing I got from it was that he got it from your podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird. That is weird.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, okay, all right, you want to talk about this? Speaking of winding me up, all right. So, first of all, you invited me on your podcast back when your podcast sucked. It had like 2 people listening to it. All right. And I all of a sudden had the #1 podcast. I do it again. I have the fucking #1 and #2 podcast. Isn't that right, Chaille? Chaille tweeted that.
Not at all.
Chaille,
not at all.
You're lying now. You told me and you tweeted it.
I'll tell you right now.
I can find the tweet right now where you tweeted James Inman has the #1 and #2 most downloaded Doug Stanhope podcast.
Hey, maybe #2,
You
but
tweeted that.
Now, #1's easy to swallow for you, but I don't think you're #2.
Let him answer.
So obviously, I'm pulling my weight here.
Let him answer, because
Okay.
we went through the numbers last night.
You, at the time, had a very popular podcast. But when I went back and actually looked at all the way back before we were with Audio Boom, that we were on a different server, and then we got
Remember,
a
this
guy
is
named
back when the podcast sucked.
Yeah,
So he
take me
wouldn't
literal.
know.
Okay, all right.
Fat Mike came on.
Uh-huh.
That's the all-time biggest.
Okay.
You're not even close to that.
All right. What? All right. Okay.
All right. I'm just saying.
Fat Mike from NoFX beat fucking Whiskey Girl Cliffhanger?
They're all up in that top 5 thing.
Okay.
Inman, when you were on it, to be fair, I was probably fudging a little bit, but at the same time, you were a popular podcast. We had a lot of people that really talked about it.
Yeah.
And a lot of people tweet.
Right.
They still do.
So, all right. So I pulled my weight.
Some don't.
And those
Okay.
were the podcasts where I didn't even mention the Unbookables.
All right. Well, I just wanted to clarify the point that I've had you on more than any other guest to promote this same movie.
No. You've had me on this podcast more than any other guest because my podcasts are funny. You know why? Because the other people kiss your ass. I'm the only guy that will argue with you.
But the
and
point
disagree
is,
with you.
when you're a guest on the podcast, you promote whatever you want, which is the one only
I say
single
whatever's
solitary.
on top of my mind.
Point being, we always talk about the Unbookables. So
Because it's a stick.
if I go on
it's a
Howard
stick-
Stern and we get into a fucking fight every time and everyone loves me,
Right.
which they don't, but then at the end they go, hey, check out Doug Stanhope's Unbookables because I
different.
only have one
different.
project. Okay,
What if
I've
Howard Stern-
covered that.
Right.
Let's get down to, because we're still in your rant here. Where you hate every single person and the fat whore. We did delete her name because that's just fucking.
She was mean to me.
Okay, well, everyone's mean to you at some point when you're mean
meant
back.
It. She's the one that was behind the whole swastika on my forehead.
It wasn't even a swastika. We have pictures of it. It was they wrote words on your forehead when you were passed out. I swear, I just saw the picture. Hang on, let me get to this part since, and if that lady who called a fat whore was here, I would have definitely let her respond. But
I would have moved.
You just laughed at me, made me look like a dick. I fucking hated you. That is why I never went back to any of your parties. That's like a trout in a barrel. Then I had a ride back with your fucking idiot friend Becker and his stupid wife, who also made me feel like a dick.
Right.
He's sitting right next to you.
You mean, yeah, because do you remember? Do you
Yes,
remember how we met?
I was.
Do you remember? No, I'm going to go back
Yeah.
because I want to remember the thing. So this is the Bisbee trip, but
Right.
when we met was when you came to Coots, you ruined the shows, and then you.
Oh, no,
no,
we're
but
gonna go
listen,
through
I'm
that
not.
again.
And you lost our band car. We found it 3 days later in Hooters parking lot with the keys in it. Okay,
and
that's
you
true.
give me shit for bringing up the
No, that's
Unbookables.
true.
You constantly
Right?
bring
That's
this
true,
up.
right? Yeah,
I
well,
guess.
you
Yeah.
lost the band car.
Yes.
Anyway,
Yes.
so the point is, you also, Sunday night, I was home with my wife. We were sitting there nice and comfortable at home because the week was over. And I got a phone call of a crying Inman going, I missed my flight. I don't know how to leave. I don't know what to do. I had to go to the airport in a cab because I was drunk and go get you on a plane like a fucking 9-year-old.
Yeah.
And later, when you're in Bisbee, you need a ride to the airport.
Right.
We happen to be leaving.
Right. Uh-huh. Yeah.
So what was the big problem? Oh, that's right. You had to put the car in long-term parking because our flight left at 11. Yours left at 4 in the afternoon.
I didn't have a car. What are you talking about?
We took Doug's car. We left it in long-term parking. And you told my wife, I don't know how to do that. She goes, well, you're going to fucking learn.
What are
'cause
you-
you're a loser. That's what I
Why would
remember.
your wife call me a loser?
Because you were complaining that you somehow had 4 hours to kill at the airport and we should maybe miss our flight so you didn't have to park the car.
I don't remember that. That's,
I know
all
you don't.
I know is
That's the good part of the trip.
Look. All I know is somebody drew a swastika on my forehead. I snapped, all right, and said, I'm going to find this motherfucker, and when I find him, you're going to get it.
You
all
lost
right?
your hat, too. Do you remember that?
All right. Yeah, I
And
remember.
I mailed it back.
All right.
Because I know how important it was to him.
Uh-huh. So after I snapped, after they drew the swastika on my forehead, you know, I needed a ride back to the airport. And so either you hate me or your wife hates me. But
We
it's
had to
like,
wake you up,
Doug
put you in
said
the
to me,
car.
no, that's not true. I was awake. We woke up. I knew I needed to go back to the airport. And Doug said, Inman, keep your mouth shut on the way back to the airport because they don't want any of your bullshit. You know, and I'm like, whatever. Somebody drew a swastika on my forehead. All you people hate me. I don't know why. The movie had just come out. The Unbookables just come out. That woman, I won't mention her name, and all of her friends, every word out of their mouth was snarky, hate-filled bullshit when I was trying to be nice to her and everyone.
Let me get
Right?
back to that. And remind me to get back to that when we get to...
Have you?
So I don't know what happened, but that last party, when I showed up, everyone hated me. Because why?
This will be a callback.
Okay.
There were people that were fucking with you that didn't have rank. And we'll get back to that towards the end when we get to Mishka, Chaille. Yeah, he fucked with you like those guys fucked with you, but when you pass out first at a party, people write shit on your forehead, and sometimes they're sophomores and you're a senior.
I'm sorry what I wrote about you. All right, Becker.
don't.
Can I apologize?
Well,
All right,
But
go
I was
ahead.
just like, I was a hard trip to take when I was quiet in the back of the car, and I felt like both of you hated me.
Well, we didn't hate
wait,
you.
wait.
We just needed your help to park the car.
But you said your fucking idiot friend Becker, I'm underlining, and his stupid wife. You met her once, maybe. And
Because
on
people
one
told me
drive,
she didn't like
a
me.
free drive to the airport where you didn't have any other way out
drive
of
to
here.
the airport. There
That
you
I
go
had to
with
pay
your-
for your ticket.
You're gonna go now. You're gonna go down there now. You
but it's
invited me here. You invited me to the first Panama. You paid for my ticket, yeah, because you invited me.
One way, because you said you were gonna.
Yeah, you're trying to wind me up again.
I'm
That's
just-
not gonna work. Move on to something else.
Anyway, Becky accepts your apology too. That's her name.
I'm not good with names. All right? I've got fucking Asperger's, some shit.
You ever had In-N-Out?
All right. Well, I don't know if we should bring
But
this.
you have to admit, it was kind of a quiet ride back.
Yeah, because we were hungover and you were drunk.
This was after we had an altercation.
You guys were on mushrooms all night long. You guys were fucking out of your mind.
And you were wandering my neighborhood screaming, "Where's Doug Stanhope's house?" at 4:30 in the morning.
All fucked up.
No, one of us
I
was
threw you
more.
against a wall, and I'm not a violent person.
I don't remember that.
No, I
Yes,
do
you
remember
do.
that.
You've
I've
talked
never
about
seen
it on
Doug
the
that
podcast.
mad.
Yeah, well,
I honestly have never seen Doug that mad.
Well, I got mad after somebody drew a swastika on my forehead.
It wasn't a swastika.
Whatever.
And someone can find that
whatever.
fucking picture.
It was done out of malice. It wasn't a real funny prank. Like, funny prank. We're all friends. I won't mention her name, and her friends, they did not like me. They did it out of real malice. There's a difference.
Have you
I
considered
don't
that
wanna
maybe
even
you're
get into this.
unlikable?
That'd be a great name for a movie.
The
Unlikables.
Maybe a sequel?
They
Okay,
didn't
I'm gonna-
start hating my guts until that movie came out. I never had so many enemies in my life until that movie came out.
I was gonna blow through this, but
Yeah.
this is where you have to explain. This is by now we're back from vacation, and you write an email saying subject prank gone wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how you really feel about me. I know Brian's never liked me, but I wonder if I went over the line. Did this prank get out of hand? I've never been good at pranks. That's why I rarely do them. That said, Mishka really pissed me off, and I think it was high time someone called him out. Now, this goes into what I don't know that I said, just tell me on the podcast.
Mm-hmm. What?
While you're doing these fucking
Right.
Facebook
Okay. All
fucking
right.
pranks,
Yeah.
evidently you got into it with Mishka
Right.
specifically.
You want to hear that story?
Yeah, that's the
Okay.
one I
Well,
don't
he
know
called
anything
Mishka an
about.
idiot cunt in the rant.
Yeah.
So I'm sure
So-
Mishka wanted to hear
But
about it.
I'll agree with you ahead of time.
Yeah, you know.
You're a dick. All right. So anyway.
No.
All right.
What
so,
happened
all
with
right.
Mishka while
Okay.
we're on the train?
So I'm on Facebook. I get an argument about Roseanne Barr with one of Mishka's friends, and blah blah blah. You know, it's a debate. Two people take sides, and the debate winds down with these guys basically calling me a racist, and me giving all my points on why I think it's not funny to make fun of Roseanne. And so they basically called me a racist merely because I was supporting and defending Roseanne Barr as a comedian. And so this had nothing at all to do with Mishka. Out of nowhere, Mishka sends me a private message. Inman, you're embarrassing yourself. I'm like, what? Because of this discussion about Roseanne Barr? He's like, yeah. I go, well, that's kind of what I do, Mishka. I embarrass myself. I'm a comedian. I'm a fool. I'm a jester and a clown. That's this is one of the tools that we use. You, on the other hand, are the musician and the writer and the poet. And maybe you don't get what I do, but I sure as don't, I don't get what you do either. So I wasn't mean to him. That's basically all I said was, yeah, I'm embarrassing myself. That's what I do. I'm a comedian. And he's like, well, I might unfriend. And I thought he was talking about his friend. I go, I'm not unfriending your friend. He can unfriend me. And Mishka goes, no, I mean, I'm going to unfriend you. And I go, not going to miss you. Sorry, dude. If you're that pissed about a stupid argument about Facebook when I had said nothing whatsoever to you, and you're going to unfriend me because of my points, then okay, there's the door. Get the fuck out.
I just love that I can make fun of my 50-year-old friends for fighting and unfriending each other on Facebook.
So that's what you
I'm
were
gonna
referring
unfriend
to.
you.
That's what you were referring to about Mishka being an idiot cunt and he needs to be taken down.
Mishka,
But I'm saying just that exchange.
No, I did not say, well, whatever. I mean, What are you trying to trap me in?
Well,
'Cause
no,
you're a lawyer.
I don't have this. I have a notes. Oh wait, this is the next email. I just highlighted one line. Then I thought it. Oh, okay. All right, I'm getting ahead of myself. But when you said he was an idiot cunt,
right? I say that about a lot of people.
Did you? I said I have a note from last night. Ask about the Mishka Facebook. Did you write a rant about Mishka?
Oh, no, I wrote. This is how all of this. Okay,
I'm asking.
This is a good example about me around all your friends. I am nice to all of them until they keep fucking with me, and it gets to the point where I'm like, what? And then I'm like, all right, fuck it, I'm tired of this shit. You know, I feel like I'm always nice until, I mean, I'm pretty fair. If someone goes over the line, I'm like, no, dude, that's over the line. You know, you're not really pranking me for fun. You're doing it as a real dick. So I guess maybe the line gets blurred when you're a comedian and stuff, or maybe Mishka doesn't know what he's doing. And, maybe he's got some social justice warrior disease. So he unfriended me. Look.
That's pretty funny.
Look, Noam Chomsky defended a Holocaust denier, and it was called the something affair. You could look it up. And the deal is, Noam Chomsky is not a Holocaust denier. He was defending this man's right to free speech. If you love free speech, then you're going to have to defend repugnant free speech that you don't agree with, blah, 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 because one day they're going to come for you. You're going to say something, and next thing you know, your career is gone and you're thrown in jail.
Because we have to go to break.
Okay.
And they could have come for you based on that not racist, misogynist joke that Ben Scott put up that started this whole carnival.
That didn't start the whole thing. The whole thing was started with Mishka.
Okay. Oh, it starts with Mishka.
Yes,
he calls
Mishka
you a racist,
unfriends me.
and then at
Mishka
the same time,
unfriends me. Yeah,
and then at the same time, Ben
basically,
Scott
Mishka
puts up.
Let's simplify the whole thing.
I'm gonna simplify it.
Okay.
How many when you saw that YouTube video that could have put you in the same dire straits career-wise as Roseanne Barr or 1,000 others, how many views did it have? Not including you retweeting
and this is a horrible, stupid fucking argument.
We gotta go to a break.
To be fair, 10 of those views were him.
That's what.
Lame argument.
I was trying to say that, but
argument.
I fucked it up. All right, James, take a piss. We have to do a break and sell a lot of commercials because you are the number one.
No, stop it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, cocktails. All right, Kenny spent all morning trying to convince us to bet him whatever that he could eat. What was the coupon from the filthiest garbage fast food dump ever?
Yeah, it's 3 small fries, 3 cheeseburgers, and 3 waters, and a extra large soda in under 30 minutes. And I think I can just win this bet easy.
Chaille, will you just take a second and bleep out the names of those type? Just say it without the name, because I don't want to sound like I'm giving them a commercial.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, 3 large burgers, 3 medium or small burgers, and 3 small fries.
And it's the worst fast food. You can probably guess. I've talked about it before. I hate them. So it is the most repulsive fast food. But if you eat all this shit, what are they going to give you?
Whatever they're betting. It's a combined
They're trying
effort.
to get a pot going. This is a good segue into mybookie.ag. Can you bet on whether Kenny can swallow all of this swill in 30 minutes without vomiting and live? No, you can't bet that, but we could bet, you can bet everything. Pretty much everything else you can bet at mybookie.ag, including football every week against Kenny and I, where we have our picks of the week. Kenny, you're 1-2 now after week 3.
Yes, I am.
2-1. I took by a motherfucking 1.5.
I don't know.
I'd be perfect. I'm a 1.5 away from perfect.
I won the bet. The team won that I picked, but the point spread did not cover, so I took the L. Chicago and Arizona.
And our pal there in the lockup for the criminally insane somewhere in a East Coast state, that was his first official time playing, and he lost. Or did he play last week?
Yeah, that's his first time.
What was his pick this week?
Oh, this week's pick, he took Tampa.
Oh, so
no, he took the Raiders. No, he took the Raiders.
Yeah, he's 0 for 2.
He picked the Raiders. And I took, like I said, Chicago, which won, but the point spread did not cover. So.
All right, let's quickly crank out our picks of the week. This week, I wanted to go with Dallas at home, but I think Patriots starting 1-2 against an undefeated Dolphins team just doesn't make sense. So I'm taking the Patriots minus 7 points at home against the Dolphins. I think they're at home.
Oh, yeah, and I'm going to go ahead and take Cleveland Browns over the Oakland Raiders. Here comes the dog pound. I like the way Mayfield's playing in the last 3 quarters of football, and he's looking good for next week.
And let's go to he keeps changing his name on us there to remain anonymous in this. I think people probably think we're joking about this guy, but no.
Not a joke.
A little bit of murder here and there.
Just a little bit.
It was someone was calling his name and telling him to do things. Don't mention who. Go ahead. What's your cell block lock of the week?
Next message.
Frank Costello here, calling from the Marsh Mental Institution. The criminally insane block lock of the week. Green Bay minus 10 over the Buffalo Bills. We have a rat in our organization. His name is Lorne Michaels. Heavy lies the crowd.
Oh, he said the name. Anyway, thank you. MyBookie. Get over to MyBookie right now. We play every week. They have everything. They have, in-game live betting, over-unders on fantasy points scored, and the most rewarding player perks in the business. That's why I'm urging you to make your way to MyBookie.com. You win, they pay.
But you gotta win to make them pay.
Join now and MyBookie will match your deposit dollar for dollar. Use promo code Stanhope to activate the offer. Visit MyBookie today. That's MyBookie. And don't forget to use the promo code Stanhope when creating your account to claim up to $1,000 in free play. Oh, and listen to this. MyBookie's slammed with new bettors and they want to give everyone the best service possible. So if you're willing to wait till after 7 p.m. to deposit, they'll give you an extra $25 in free play on deposits over $100. So if you can wait till after 7, and my fans don't get out of bed before 7, if you're willing to hold out till after 7, you'll get the extra $25 free play by using promo code Stanhope and add 25 to the end of it. Stanhope 25.
That's Stanhope 25.
It's up to you guys, but I'd wait until after dinner and take the extra money. MyBookie.ag. You play, you win, you get paid.
Get paid.
All right, Greg Chaille, what deliciousness in a box did you get hurled at your front porch this week?
Pasta and creamy tomato sauce, Doug.
Oh, wait, shit, that's the stuff you made at the party.
Yep.
And it was gone within minutes.
There were a bunch of people here. There's no fucking open restaurants late at night, and no one delivers to Bisbee except Blue Apron and Chaille.
Yeah. James Inman ate the whole thing. I didn't know. It was just sitting there. I didn't know everyone was hungry.
And that was a real quick one because it had like 4 ingredients. It's all on the 8x11 card. It's the drunk
We talked about this, where
it
it's
is so
the
great.
best thing, like, because you can make a gourmet meal shit-faced. Inman could have cooked it.
25 minutes go by and I come up with pasta and creamy tomato sauce, and they're like, what the fuck? That's it. Easy.
Simple, easy, brought directly to your door as often as you want it.
The pictures come in handy. You just cover one eye if you've been drinking too much. I thought I was missing a tomato. I was ready to call Blue Apron for missing ingredients.
And the pictures are scratch and sniff, so if you're blind, you can cook by smell.
Hey, and some of these recipes, dinner in as little as 20 minutes. They've actually knocked it down. Take 20 minutes. You could take 35. You get a rhythm down. You start to get brushing up on your skills. It's all right there. It's all on the sheet.
Wait, I'm reading. They're partnering up with Bob's Burgers.
Yeah, chef designed recipes, and in September they've got partnerships with, like you said, Bob's Burgers, but also with Whole30 approved recipes.
I don't know. I just know H. John Benjamin and I went to the same school. I've never seen the show, but I'll eat the burger.
I'll tell you what, and since we're going to be gone next week, I am ordering meat recipes for the Beckers.
All right.
And you can do that. It's so simple. You just go online. You can make changes. You can stop you can stop your orders and then start them again when you get home.
Got it. So check out this week's menu and get your first 3 meals free at blueapron.com/Stanhope. That's blueapron.com/Stanhope to get your first 3 meals free. Blue Apron, a better way to cook.
Please leave a message after the tone.
Look, you pulled me into this prank. Somebody pulled me into this fucking prank. Fuck you, you fucking cunt. This is James Inman, alright? Now, all I know is Chad Shank is getting $1,000 for reading my pranks. If he doesn't read my pranks, then it's a grift. Alright, you guys are ripping people off. So, I need a call from Doug Stanhope or Brian Hannigan or something, or you, or something. Doug blocked me on Twitter. I wonder why that is. Yeah, what's up with that? Because he can't fucking deal with someone that makes fun of him. He can make fun of other people, but he can't make... Oh my God, God forbid anybody makes fun of Doug Stanhope. Oh, nobody makes fun of Doug Stanhope. Everybody makes fun of James Inman. Everybody makes fun of James Inman. But then when it's turned around, it's not funny, is it? It's not funny at all. Oh my God. Oh, you fucking cunt motherfuckers. Fuck you. Seriously, fuck you. You can call me back, Chaille. You have my number. I'll leave my fucking phone on. I haven't got one goddamn email. Even when I asked, I was like, please, can you reply to me? You know, I don't know what the fuck's going on. I will keep writing rants about all the fucking unbookables, you fuck.
Okay. All right. So,
Rebuttal, James.
Yes. Here is the rebuttal. All right. So, Mishka unfriends me. And I basically go, okay, fuck you, Mishka. You unfriended me and you're annoyed because you don't like me and I'm blah, blah, blah. I'll unfriend everybody. All right. You want to do, I personally have been dealing with this Doug Stanhope virus since 1995. 1995, I met you and you made fun of me and it was a fun little dynamic thing where I laugh at myself, you make fun of me. It's like Laurel and Hardy, all right? And then we become friends and the other people see what we do and they go, oh, Doug makes fun of James. Let's do that too because everybody's doing it. It's the new thing. And so now not only do I have to deal with you making fun of me, which is okay because I love you, or Chaille, or, Brian, kind of, I have to deal with all of your fans and friends mocking me and making fun of me because that's what you do. So I'm getting it from every side, everywhere. People I don't even know. Just,
oh, hang on. Go ahead, Chad.
Well, since I got drug into this one now all of a sudden, because I've been keeping my mouth shut till my name comes up.
Then let me read this because your name comes up.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I wanted to... Oh, go ahead and do that.
All right.
Well, first of all, you said in the last email that Jeff, your best friend, you hate every one of my friends and me, but Jeff, your best friend, you talk about the Unbookables, and ever since the Unbookables came out, everyone started hating me. For the 9 millionth time, it wasn't my fault. I was in every scene of that film. I'm just as pissed at Jeff as I am you. So even your best friend goes under the wheels.
Everyone goes under the wheels. Fuck. I mean, what are you talking about?
And then you close this. So do whatever you want to do. The first one I wrote drunk. The first rant.
The first rant I wrote drunk.
but there was a method to my madness. The other 3 I may have put some thought into. The Chad ballsack licking thing is gonna be funny, trust me. He's getting over $1,000 for fuck's sake, so he has to read it. I wrote that after I found out about the prank. I like Chad, but if he doesn't read it, he's a giant pussy. Signed, your most loyal fan.
So once again, this is where your head is so fucked up. I have a fucked up head, James. But back to what I said before. I was going to say before. You say that your dynamic with Doug was where he fucked with you, and then you go ahead and fucking align yourself and associate everything that everybody else does with Doug. Have you ever just considered that you're the type of guy who's easy to fuck with, so you have that dynamic with everybody? That's not yours and his dynamic alone, and we're all copying it. You're an easy guy to fuck with. So that being said, once again, your head doesn't fucking compute things correctly. I got paid $1,000 because people, 1,175 as of total.
Right, you got right.
To read this rant that you wrote. No,
that's not true.
No other rants existed. Shut up. You had your turn to talk. No other rants existed at the time that this happened. On July 24th, 2018, James Inman released his second novel, is what it says. I'm reading the top of the fucking GoFundMe. That was the one that I was hired to read. All subsequent rants are from your delusional mind who thinks that you can somehow control the situation and make up new rants that I then have to read. What a douchebag.
Oh, no. Okay. All right. Hang on. Wait. Please hold. Tracy, could you come around and read that like it's the end of a Lipitor commercial? Come around. Just use this mic.
Yeah, I know the guy who wrote that.
Okay.
That's a good argument, James.
Hang on.
Dipshit.
Let her talk clean.
On July 24th, 2018, James Inman released his second novel. A shining beacon of selflessness, he released it for free on his website. Ever the soft-spoken and humble gentleman, James closed his Facebook and Twitter accounts to live a life full of solitude in the mountains of Tibet, where he will learn the ancient art of raiding dumpsters for Ambien. This is truly a masterpiece of our age. For some kindness in your heart so that we can have this epic tale of sorrow, betrayal, and someone named Jeff, we by master storyteller and auditeur, Chad Shank.
All right.
That's
God
fine.
bless.
All right.
It's not written well, but it proves the point.
Pause. He's talking about one specific Facebook rant in that GoFundMe.
I know
it doesn't say you have to read everything that you ever wrote.
I know the guy who started this GoFundMe page. I can tweet him right now. I can Facebook him right now. And
you don't have his private cell?
And first of all, we're talking about $1,100. You know, that's like, if you were to read all 4 rants, that would take you less than 20 minutes.
That's
so
not
you're
the
getting
point.
Paid.
Once again, false logic. How is that the point?
That's not false logic. That is you getting $1,000 fucking dollars.
You're upset because I'm making $1,000 off your words when you can't make half that off your words.
All right.
That's not my problem.
All right, so what is your problem?
I don't have a problem. I've already fulfilled my fucking obligation on this podcast.
I know your boss.
You wrote...
I know your boss. Let's call him right now.
At the CIA?
Let's stop.
Which boss are you talking about?
The point is...
The boss at the top?
Okay, I'm going to end this right now. I'm going to end this right now.
No, because...
He put that GoFundMe up based on one Facebook rant.
That's not true because I can find that guy and talk to him, and we can talk to him on the phone. Well,
that'll be a subsequent podcast.
All right.
No, I have shit to get to.
All right. Hold on. Wait.
How can that? Wait a minute. How can that even help anything when we just read it on July 24th? You had written one rant.
You
wrote the next retarded rant. After this already happened.
Order in the court!
In response to this! You wrote that in response to this!
You can't handle the truth! Please approach the bench, because I have the dated July 24th.
Oh, I see where we're going with this.
This is when you put it out. July 24th.
Right,
you put the GoFundMe July 24th.
What's the date on the next rant, dipshit?
Okay, so... I see where this is going.
Finally.
This is
dumb shit.
I know exactly where this is going. When this happened and you were going to read my rants And I said, oh, he's got to read my rant, so I'm going to write this. It's going to be really funny because it's going to come out of his mouth and it's going to be funny.
Once again, because you're stupid. I had to read a rant, not your rants.
And so I was like, well, they're paying him $1,000. You know what would be really funny? If I wrote something really hilarious and that he would have to read. And basically, and then the guy said,
after seeing this,
and then I was like, okay,
GoFundMe,
completely overlooking the fact that I didn't have to read the rest of your stupid rants.
See, basically, you were
motion to dismiss.
Yeah.
Right?
So, Inman, I know what your problem is.
Right.
See, you're a comedy locust. Every 11 years, you put something new out, and we thought that was it.
No, my point has always been, and this is the giant general point.
Wait.
And the point that I always even told Doug, don't stop me. Don't even stop me before I say what.
Right. Before you say this has always been your point of view, you've already said that this is a character.
All right.
So is it always your point of view that you hate me and Chad and Becker and his wife and Chaille?
No, you're not even close.
Well,
my point of view has been everyone else can make fun of James, but when James turns it around and flips it on the head and I can never make fun of anybody else.
How did you do that?
I tweeted that. That was a couple of my jokes. I was like, oh, it's cool for you to make fun of me, but when I make fun of you, you can't take it. This is why it's funny. People make fun of me. I laugh at myself. You love that. You know why? Yep. Because you can't do it yourself.
I don't make fun of myself on this podcast? Are you fucking shitting me? Are you trying to play that card with me? Have you listened to this podcast at all?
So then read the third rant.
Okay.
How hard can it be?
Okay. Well, you didn't bring copies.
You said you had all the copies.
Well, I have copies.
That's why
the ones we were contracted to read.
I know your boss. I'm friends with your boss. I can call
him the Old Testament
and tell him to tell you what to do.
Let me
the CIA know you might be on.
Your Honor, let me rephrase.
Right.
When we make fun of you, everyone laughs. But when you make fun of us, I fly you first class down here to talk about it.
Right.
You ever been in first class before?
No, I haven't. That was another thing that was funny.
Were you freaked out by the towel?
It was funny.
Did you think they were Arab?
I knew it was just another way for Doug to fuck with me. But it was a good point. The point was, oh my God, Chad Shank is making $1,100 to read my rant. And so I started talking to this guy. And
we're past that. We already proved our point.
Whoever this guy is,
I'll wind you up about something else.
He's responsible for me writing the fourth rant about
which you thought
Mishka.
He had to read, which you're wrong.
Thought, because we're talking $1,000 fucking bucks. That's like a month's worth of work for most people. Most of the people listening to this podcast don't have a pot to piss in. They're living paycheck by paycheck. All right.
Everyone in this town is on disability that makes $1,000 a month for doing nothing.
Would they read like 20 minutes of dialogue for $1,000? Anybody, any of your friends, they would say yes. You're lazy.
I just
did
it for
lazy.
3 minutes.
No.
I did what was contracted.
No, you did not.
I did three. I did not. Prove
true.
it. We just proved you were
wrong,
dumbass.
Boss.
Come with some facts.
I know your boss.
Explain what that means.
Give me a cell phone.
Explain what that means.
Explain what means.
I know your boss. You've said it 4 times.
Give me a cell phone. I'll call him.
There's mine. Bitch,
I have to log into Facebook.
It's one of the.
He's a guy I met on Facebook.
It's one of the fucking. Yeah, you're a fucking moron.
The guy that helped you make $1,000 is friends with me. And I look, give me the goddamn thing. I'll read it. How hard can it be?
James, I'm trying to turn gears to where
I thought it was funny, and I called him out. I said, "You can make fun of me, but I can't make fun of you."
James,
you can. It's just not funny. That's the whole point.
James,
you can't get mad at people because nobody laughs when you make fun of other people, only because they laughed at you.
Oh my God, you're taking it seriously.
Don't go Norm Wilkerson and take this seriously.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is kind of the point is where the worm turns for you.
The worm turns for me where, people start coming on my side.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. And you keep trying to argue stupid shit with Chad.
You're
making Chad angry.
All right, so I thought it was funny, but he doesn't. So, all right.
Well, you're just horrifically wrong over and over with the same point. Okay, don't.
All right, so go to your next point. What's your next point?
Well, we're still going with the emails as you continue this feud.
All right.
And this is where I mount up on the James Inman wagon, and we all did up until you just kept making everyone infuriated by ignoring logic.
No, I'll switch back right now.
He's got it. He's a diplomat. We mentioned you in a podcast episode 272,
right.
and you sent me subject podcast number 272 corrections. Thanks for grading my paper.
Right.
My Twitter account got suspended, and I don't know why it happened. This is what they sent me after I tried to appeal 4 times. Quotes from Twitter. We have determined that your account posted content that was threatening and or promoting violence in violation of Twitter terms of service. Accordingly, your account has been suspended and will not be restored, meaning a lifetime ban from Twitter.
Yeah.
And then you continue on in the email. At first, I thought it was the termites who got together and flagged my tweets, but I talked to some of them and they said no way. They probably would ask you first, don't you think? Then I thought it might have been Mishka who reported me for bullying because I posted a link to that last rant about him on my website. This is where I'd like you to... You're kind of admitting that you posted something on your website that you linked to Twitter.
That's how all of them started.
But can you remember anything that might have... I mean, all of your fucking diatribes could be misconstrued as inciting violence.
No, I mean, I've got all the...
Fuck you, I'll fuck you in the ass till you're dead.
I've got all 4 rants.
So did you get reported for the one that I read, the first one?
No.
No, this one's specifically
that was
about
on my
Mishka.
website. All my rants ended up on my website.
What did you get reported for?
God, if I know.
He put something about Mishka on his website.
What was the last rant?
You got the beat. Hang on.
Which one are you referring to? The one where I stuffed walnuts up my ass and fucked
that's
monkeys?
not the last rant.
That was the second one.
That's the third one.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Well, the one about...
I hate trilogies.
I got bored with it and quit reading after the second one.
You're getting $1,000. Shut the fuck up.
No, I got it, and I already performed the job.
It's spent.
By the way, it's $1,175. There's $175 you're neglecting
Don't
to...
lowball it.
You're getting around $1,200.
Right.
All right.
If you have $25, you will.
I just want to throw in quickly. After we had stopped on about day 6 of the train, we had a couple days off in Portland, and that's when I heard about all this shit. And Inman has already posted that rant that you read for $1,175, and I read that, and he left me a version of it. He emailed and voicemailed. So I called and I go. I had his old cell phone number, so I left the message on the wrong cell phone number, but I called as though I knew nothing. Hey, I'm on a 10-day train trip, so I'm staying away from my phone, but I saw that you called. My caller ID said that you called, so just hoping everything's okay. I miss you, buddy. So he'd go, I left all that shit, and he never heard it. He thinks we're friends, and I told him we're not friends. But I left it on the wrong phone number.
Doug, I got his website up here. Where did you put it? Is it in?
I took it down because it was up for...
Oh, he took it down.
Okay.
It was
But
like
he can
an
find it.
exclusive thing
I got it.
that I only put up for a day or two, and people found it and they copied it, and other people have it. I have it.
So it could have been that about Mishka, but you're right. It could be him. Brenda totally thinks it was Mishka. Whoever did it really fucked me because I had over 3,000 followers. And when I tried to create a new Twitter account, you couldn't start a new Twitter account, blah, blah, blah. Then you go on to the only other reason I think it's down is because I posted Clash lyrics.
Yeah.
You thought this was your theory.
Okay, the last thing I tweeted
I'm going to read it.
Okay.
You thought your Twitter, Brenda, your gal pal,
she says it's
swore
Mishka.
it's Mishka,
Right.
but you go, no, I think it's because I posted these Clash lyrics, which read, every gimmick hungry yob digging gold from rock and roll grabs the mic and tells us he'll die before he's sold. But I believe in this, and it's been tested by research. He who fucks nuns will later join the church. Credit to The Clash. You see that last line? It says, fucks nuns. Could that be it? What the fuck? I honestly think someone reported me for Clash lyrics.
I was like, I was trying to figure out, when you problem solve, you look at the last tweet, that was the last tweet. It could be that, and I suspected either the termites or somebody that loves you that didn't get the joke, or Mishka, that's what I thought it was. But I didn't want to admit that it could be a Mishka.
I like that you went to Stanhope for advice what he thinks it could be when he's the most illiterate Twitter person.
What?
And what do you think it could be? Stanhope doesn't know what gets people banned.
No, he's on a train.
I mean, in general, Stanhope doesn't even pay attention to any of the technology. He doesn't follow up with
social things like he knows what's going
saying
on
hello,
on
goodbye.
the street. He's like a Huggy Bear. When the Starsky and Hutch tried to solve a crime, they go to Huggy Bear. You know why? Because he knew what the fuck was going on the street.
You thought Stanhope had the inside intel on what people got banned for on Twitter?
Yes. To be fair,
Stanhope barely knows how to tweet.
To be fair, how long have you not had cable?
That's it's fucked up that someone would get you banned from Twitter if they don't know you, if they don't know that you're just full of vitriol and hyperbole. But now I've told you the truth, because I got this from Mishka. I call him Mishka. Hey, I hate to ask, but Johnny Favors. All right. This is because you sent me that email. I don't know, because you thought it was Clash lyrics that you banned from Twitter. He said, "Hello, boys. I'll be rolling into town on the 22nd for a show at the Quarry in Bisbee. Wanted to see if you're in town and if it's cool for me to dump Kyle and Hack at the Funhouse to stay with you all that night. I'll be cuddling with Joby as per usual. Let me know if you're around." And then, because we had mentioned your ban on Twitter as an aside, he said, "Was catching up on the podcast today," says Mishka. "I was the one who got Inman kicked off Twitter. Mwah." Mishka Shabali. And his SIG file, whatever you call that, 6 best-selling Kindle singles on Amazon. Well, you think that would afford you a place to put up your openers rather than say, "Can I dump them at your fucking house?" So I wrote back. I was livid. A lot of people were here. I don't know.
The internet was down, actually.
Oh,
that saved you. That saved you.
The internet went down.
Yeah. Right, and this is where, this is...
The meek ain't gonna inherit shit.
The night the lights went out. And
it was like the first time Stanhope Twitter messaged me to tell me what was going on instead of texting me.
I wrote back to Mishka, and I was fucking livid. "You fuck. You broke the knob on our wind-up toy? What an incredible dick move. The main house will be under construction." This is where I went soft on it, because I go, "The main house will be under construction while you guys are here. They're blowing out the walls of the bedrooms, but I'll get your openers and Airbnb within walking distance. Remind me closer to then." And then I wrote, "I was going to try to get people to petition Twitter to bring Inman back. I didn't know it was an inside job. Get your defense presentation ready for the podcast. Unconscionable. UnBookables 3 should just be you and Inman on the road, and a third to fan the flames. Stanhope." So I closed it like I wasn't as angry as I was, because I didn't want to fucking tilt the deal. And then he writes back, "Hey, fuck you, buddy. I picked up the phone and actually called him." Meaning you, Inman.
Well, yeah.
He says, "You have no idea what I endured." Wait, no. Oh, no, it gets worse. It gets worse because it gets better. He goes, you have no idea what I endured. I'd rather drink 2 pints of Andrist's hot piss than go through that again. Seriously, though, did you see what he said about me? He accused me of having a hot girlfriend and being successful. And you know I can't take that shit lying down. Which he's not only... Chad has questions here, but he's not just saying I got him banned permanently from Twitter, which is one of 2 lifelines for business in our business to reach fans. Was there, I'm assuming that you said something worse than that, but he's saying, oh yeah, he said I have a hot girlfriend, so I had him banned because
he was complimenting himself.
Yes, he's complimenting backhandedly.
But in making a joke, because certainly you would, even if I disagreed with Inman or whatever, we're still friends, and especially to get you kicked off of a fucking medium where you promote your comedy and stuff, that's hitting you. So I have to assume that you did something way more fucked up than what he alluded to. Otherwise, what the fuck? I don't understand that at all.
Well, if you said anything like you said about almost every single person in this room, which is as awful as you can get, and we still love you. This is where I know you were upset about someone drawing shit on your head.
Yeah.
Because we fuck with you. People who don't know you're not in on the gag. It's that fucking David Bishop story. No one here knows it, where he's this drunken comic in the UK, and they were throwing out a heckler, a show he was just standing in the back of the room, and the Leicester Square theater guys had to manhandle a fighter out of the room, and they manhandled him well. And once they had him locked down, David Bishop comes up in a blackout and starts kicking the guy when he's down and shackled. And they're like, no, don't help us. That's what a lot of people, like those guys didn't have the tenure to fucking draw on your forehead and fuck with people. Jack and Dino, who I know is listening. Yeah, you're a fucking cunt to a lot of people that weekend. Mike Montoya, he was a fucking dick. Like, all right, these are our friends. Know your fucking social circle and your rank. This is the same reason I shit on fucking Chris Castles that filmed Andy Andrist's pedophile thing. And that's why I fucked with you in my book, calling you the video flunky and the camera stooge. And yeah, you showed up with swagger that you don't have. We fuck with Inman.
It's like we're actually watching Rudy backwards.
But we fuck with Inman as a friend. We don't go, hey, let's cut his fucking power line so he can't fucking get cable.
I completely wish that we had the fucking rant. I'll try to paraphrase it. My name's Chad Shank, and I stuff walnuts up my ass, and I fuck monkeys. And,
it was a joke.
I do whatever Doug Stanhope tells me to do.
Over the top.
No, I'm saying, but I can just to fucking show you that I will read that and not harbor ill will towards you, where I would fucking do something so fucked up towards you, is what I'm saying.
Because we already were talking at that time. We were sending little messages back to each other, and you were basically trying to find out, Inman, are you still drinking? And I'm like, no, I'm sober now. And so you're like, all right, I'm making $1,000. I'm like, all right, let's just go with this,
Well, and because the dude that set up the GoFundMe thing wanted to take it back down because he said, someone that knows Inman tells me that this is affecting him seriously. And I don't want to do that. You. And I said, yeah, I don't want to do that either. We were just fucking around.
No, so he talked to me and I said, no, I'm totally cool with it. I mean, I've been friends with Doug for a long time. I think he gets the joke. I've said worse to him, to his face. And then the second rant was basically, you know what? I'm going to unfriend everybody, Mishka. If you think you're annoyed by one of Doug's circle of friends, you have no idea, because I've been dealing with this shit since 1995. So I'm going to unfriend everybody.
Come on. I was a judge at San Francisco comedy competition.
Right.
And yeah, you were the winner, weren't you?
Yes. Yeah, I was. All right.
Yeah, there's no fucking Senate subcommittee to
Right,
find
right.
out if I've grifted some books on that.
I guess most of this is social media that you get, not in person, because on social media people say snarky, negative shit, and So anyway, the guy goes, "Yeah, write a couple more rants and we'll be done with it, and we'll give him his $1,000." And that's when I wrote the last rant, which was, this whole thing started when Mishka unfriended me. And that was the last rant where I tried to explain everything. And I think
you know what? And that's a good thing, because otherwise Mishka's going to ask you if he can put people in your fucking closet-sized apartment when he's playing there making money and his opening acts have no place to stay.
Yeah, he can sleep on my couch. I'm not mad at him. I just don't understand why he's mad at me.
Well, the fact that he had the hubris to fuck with you on that level, which is that's just like, I'm going to steal his money, basically.
Well,
that's your fucking commerce. Stay.
Yeah.
I'm closing up.
All right.
If you had Mishka's Twitter or Facebook taken down as a prank, he has no way to reach his audience. And we wouldn't do that to him. But it pisses me off that he thinks, oh, I'm a comedian. Well, you're not. You're a musician and
writer.
A writer. Yeah. He bought his mother a house, according to his book, with his fucking Amazon, but he's still dumping off his fucking opening acts at my house.
He's a good writer.
Don't worry, I like his opening acts. My point being, he's a writer. He writes things. So do you. No one's ever paid Chad Shank $1,100 to read Mishka.
That's probably your biggest selling work so far.
Mishka is coming up on the next podcast when it comes to Bisbee. So I'm going to put it in your hands.
Oh, Jesus. So I'm going to have to talk to him face.
Well, let's stay with me. When I didn't even know what was going on. Again, I was on vacation, but when I heard a little bit about how you're fuck Doug Stanhope and everyone, I go, I just blocked James Inman, and then I tweeted, hey, let's just all block James Inman to fuck with you even more, so it would ramp up your tweets, which we could make fun of. I didn't know that you had been permanently blocked at that point. It wasn't until Mishka told me, and I called you immediately, because I know who true friends are. They're the ones who say,
so
fuck
Mishka
him and all his
admitted
friends.
that he blocked me.
Yeah, I just read that to you.
Okay, so...
By the way... So Mishka's, we're going to fuck with Mishka on your behalf. This is going to be the first time you're the hero of a podcast. But I was thinking of telling.
Don't steamroll that one, Doug.
Yeah.
Let it soak in.
First time. All right. Go ahead.
I was thinking about saying, hey, what if all of my fans blocked you on Twitter? We're not going to take it down, but let him live on his fucking own accord. But if you're a fan of Mishka because of us, that's what I'm saying.
No.
I'm going to let you think about it. You're going to go back home to Kansas City. I'll let you think about it. You text me. I'll tell you when Mishka's going to be on the podcast. And you text me a thumbs up or thumbs down.
What, if I want
Just
Mishka...
No, this is my idea, is Mishka gets unfollowed by all of my fans until he writes a letter of apology to Twitter saying, I made up all this stuff. Mishka was never threatened with violence in any way that he could ever with a straight face.
Wait a minute. We don't know his sensitivities at this point. James was right. He might have a social justice warrior disease.
I mean,
it's not his fault.
He can be very sensitive at this point. We're not sure.
No one says, oh, by the way, I got Inman kicked off Twitter because they felt threatened. He did it.
He's taller than me.
By the way,
what a gaslighter. He manipulated the system. I
mean,
I have a lot of mentally ill Stalker fans, and
I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Chaille knows what
I missed it. I have a lot of mentally ill Stalker fans, and since this happened to James, there's one that just makes me outraged. And I know that it's a mentally ill person, but like, just fuck off. And it's been a long time. And I just tried to have him booted off Twitter. And you can't just hit a button like you were thinking.
Right.
A lot of people just hit the abuse button or whatever.
No, you have to go through
You have
steps.
to fill out like a police report, show evidence, screenshots of things. I'm like, I didn't go through that for this guy that's just an annoyance to me, but it shows the lengths that Mishka Shabali did just to fuck you in no other place than your wallet and your outlet to the people that love you. And that's fucked up. So when he's on, we're going to fuck with him. And maybe we get everyone to fucking block Mishka. But
No, don't do that. No.
I'm not block him. Just let him live on his own fan base, not people that just know him from me. So,
right.
I'll text you before the Mishka podcast. That'll be the next week's episode. Is Mishka gets his comeuppance, but I'll have a funnier title. Inman,
what?
I love you. I don't like when people fuck with you when they're not in the loop.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, that's. I mean, I was kind of halfway joking.
Did I say Mishka? I think I said Mishka.
Inman.
You said Inman.
I don't know.
Good, Inman.
I was thinking Mishka. God, it makes me so fucking angry.
Well, I mean, I've written worse to you. I knew that it was just a thing, and
you should write even worse, and I'll fly you on a Learjet.
Right.
The Concorde.
Right.
You'll be outside of it, but you'll still be on it.
Right.
Wing walker.
You know, it's so funny. It's like now I'm actually scared to send emails to him because I don't know where it's going to end up. I mean, God knows.
Well, don't.
You're still talking
I
to
don't
him?
email him. He emails me. Hey, I hate to ask, but... All right, James, we're going to close out. I have this written down that I my favorite thing. I mean, you have plenty of material, but you don't want to burn your material. I'm going to close out with you at a city council meeting in Seattle from YouTube.
Okay.
It's a little bit old, but it's fucking brilliant. And then there's going to be a lot of Easter eggs at the end of this. Of all the voicemails we didn't play on the air. So if people sit through it, they can listen to the rest of the voicemails.
I don't think they're Easter eggs if you tell people they're there.
Yeah, but I want people to know this time because we had to sit and listen to all of them going, some of them are redundant, but they're all fucking funny. I love you, James Inman. Here's James Inman right after the WTO riots in the 90s in Seattle talking about, he starts with the WTO riots. Just listen. And then makes it all about him, nothing to do with the WTO riots, but it's brilliant. And I've tried to copy that at my city council, and I can never live up to your fucking giant boots that you've owned for 40 years.
Bootstraps.
Where we make out?
Yeah.
All right.
Number 133 is James Inman. Thanks.
I was in the protests. I didn't get arrested, but a year before the entire protest, I was arrested for saying the F word. And I will not use that word in front of the council. I'm sorry. I will substitute the word forget for the word the F word, okay? So I was trying to go to the bathroom, and the bathroom door was locked, and I said, forget it. And this lady said, excuse me, and I said, I need to go to the bathroom. She says, your language. I go, you've never heard the word forget? How about forget you mother forgetter? You ever heard that word before? And then I ran across the street to find another bathroom, and she called the police. And this cop came up to me and said, let me see your license. And I said, what for? You're going to arrest me for saying the word forget? And he said, put your hands behind your back. And I got arrested for saying the word forget. So this is my open letter to Mark Sidran. You dysfunctional, retarded, mentally ill derelict. Demon scum, antichrist, spewing worthless, constipated balls of dung from your funkin' education. You're a liquid-emitting fart. You evil bastard. You're a clear-cutting, cigar-smoking, depraved lunatic with a machine replacement head. Pull yourself up by your own bootstraps and please hack off your own feet and eat them. You profit-seeking circus act. Your idiot gibberish fuels the dystopian nightmares cooked up daily from the industrial laboratories of death, the giant echo of no trickling down from overpaid, overfed lackeys. The Gucci overlords and conservatives have always been black-hearted demons, and all WTO representatives are their mutated, half-human, retarded stepchildren. You're incontinent pond scum. You spineless vegetable head of dead lettuce with the mental capacity of a Swatch battery, the cognitive skills of a pigeon, and the intelligent quotient of a dirt clod. A blood clot for a brain and a softened skull you can poke your finger in like a stick of hot butter. Those little rodent eyes like two shiny black BBs that never blink, gazing away into empty space, and a third eye on the side of the skull dripping eye snot, combing your hair over so as not to scare children. A dead third eye just above the right ear like a milky black protruding mole. You black magician and puppet master, trained by Aleister Crowley and raised by feral goats, turning Seattle into a Nazi Klan outpost with David Duke's twin alcoholic brother at the controls. Your entire philosophy is a bunk corporate handjob, and all your heroes are evil. Ayn Rand is a walking brain hemorrhage. Rush Limbaugh is a whimpering, dehumanized thug. Ronald Reagan is a diseased midget steeped in chocolate slim fast. To sum up, my worthless friends, Mark Sidran is a plastic toad, a horrible scab-infected abortion, a demonic fascist, a pathetic worm with dogmatic sermons for an industrial cesspool, a space heater filled with human waste and cat hair, a fan of John Tesh, a corporate shill, a floating green turd in the punch bowl of life, and may bright yellow vitamin-fortified piss flow onto the door handle of his holy automobile.
James, your remarks will be part of the record of the hearing.
Andy, you were just on Twitter 8 minutes ago, and you can't answer your goddamn phone. Somebody, Ben Scott, is uploading video from Panama, and it's bullshit. It's shit that's going to fuck me up even more. I don't want to... I mean, if you're going to upload shit from Panama on goddamn YouTube, maybe you should, like, run it by me first so I can see it. Or we can both agree or something. I mean, Doug, Chaille, and Brian told all of us not to bring a video camera to Panama. And now my shit, my stupid shit that I did in Panama is being uploaded to YouTube. This is fucking bullshit. Alright, it's not funny. And I will fucking, I swear to God, I know enough about Doug to bring his entire empire down. Him and Brian. All I have to do is call one girl and have her write a blog post. Alright? I just swear to God. Really, honestly, I have always supported both of these motherfuckers, and this is bullshit. I can't get anybody on the phone. Nobody's calling me back. Ben Scott, it's 9 a.m. in Australia, and he's not answering my Twitter, okay? And he's not taking the video down. If somebody fucking uploads that video, then I'm fucked, alright? It's not funny, alright? Especially when they told all of us not to bring a video camera to Panama, okay? Oh, you fucking cunt. Pick up the fucking phone. I told you to call me. You read that. And you still haven't called me back, you motherfucker. And now you're posting bullshit on Twitter. Do you want to fuck with me? Because I will fucking destroy you, you stupid fucking retard cunt. All I asked you is to call me back. And now you're mocking me on Twitter? What the fuck is wrong with you? If you called me and you needed me to call you for any fucking reason, I would be there for you, you stupid fuck. You think this is funny? Next time you call me and you need me, I'm going to laugh at you. I'm going to write bullshit stuff on Twitter. And he called me and and then I'll just make some stupid joke. Blah, blah, blah. Fuck you, cunt. I don't have to be your friend. Honestly, Andy, I don't have to be. You're pretty much the only person I like out of this entire group. And Doug, Brian, everyone, Chaille, the entire group, Brett Erickson, doesn't matter, all the Unbookables and you, I don't really give a flying fuck about. And I could still live my life without being any of your friends. I don't care anymore. All right? So fuck you. All right? Fuck you. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is James Inman. Remember when you said, don't bring a video camera to Panama, nobody records anything? Ben Scott from Australia, Pretty's husband, is uploading video on YouTube of shit that I said in Panama. This is bullshit, okay? Now, I can't get a hold of Doug. I can't get a hold of Brian. I can't get a hold of Ben Scott in Australia. Somebody needs to fucking call that motherfucker and tell him to take that video down. All right? This is not funny. I will drive out to Bisbee and I'll make a fool of all of you. All right? Just like I did with my most downloaded fucking podcast. All right? I'm tired of this shit. You don't upload video of Panama on YouTube when you told us all not to bring a fucking video camera. All right? Now, there's contracts and shit. I want to see the video before it's up. But God damn it, fucking somebody call me back. I called Brian. I called Doug. This is not funny. You're not funny, okay? All right? This is bullshit. Yeah, it's funny. No, it's not. There's shit on there about racism, and I'm not fucking gonna go down like fucking Roseanne Barr, you motherfuckers. You wanna fuck with me, Chaille? I swear to God, I have been loyal to all of you fuckers. All of you. I've never fucking said anything negative about you, about Brian, or Doug, unless they said it to your face. Don't fuck with me. I swear to God, I'll fuck with all of you. I know shit about Doug that nobody knows. You don't want me to start writing shit about Doug, all right? And you, or Brian, online. I'll fucking write all kinds of shit. I have nothing to lose, you motherfucker. You call me back, or you call Doug, or you have somebody call me back, or you call that motherfucker in Australia, Ben Scott, and you tell him to take that video down before it's edited or something. This is a bullshit. Bullshit editing. He's a fucking retard. All right? He's got autism. All right? We don't want an autistic fucking goddamn scientist to edit video for Panama. They don't know shit, okay? So call me, or you fucking call me, you fucking motherfucker. I know what time it is in L.A. It's 6 o'clock now. It's got to be 7 or 8. You've got to fucking answer your fucking phone.
This ain't reality TV. It's the Doug Stanhope Podcast.